Terror and violence were among the tools the Nazis used to control Germany. This was dispensed by organisations like Hitler's bodyguards, the SS, and the Brown Shirts, the SA, as well as the party's own intelligence service, the SD. Special courts were set up to judge on political offences. Offenders were imprisoned, often in concentration camps, or sent to execution chambers. Hitler also attacked rivals within the party. On the Night of the Long Knives in 1934, Hitler personally arrested Ernst Röhm, head of the SA, because he considered him a threat to his rule.
This will teach you to conspire against me. Mein Führer, we merely wanted to control the army, that was all.
Röhm and many other senior SA officers were executed. Diplomats and soldiers were also forced to support the Nazis.
I will render unconditional obedience to the Führer of the German Reich and people.
The Nazi Party was aided by citizens acting as informants.
Herr Müller has a Jewish grandmother, and I know he voted communist in 1932.
Thank you, Frau Schulz. Action will be taken.
Some religious groups yielded to Nazi rule. The Catholic Church signed the Reich Concordat in 1933.
So shall we keep our freedoms, provided we stay out of politics?
Despite this, the Catholic Youth League was dissolved, priests were arrested and religious teaching banned. Some Protestant leaders also accommodated Nazi demands. For example, Pastor Martin Niemöller initially supported the Nazis, but later spoke out against interference in church affairs. For this, he was sent to a concentration camp. At first, Jews were banned from universities and the civil service, and Jewish businesses were boycotted. Then came the Nuremberg Laws of 1935 and 36.
So we are to be denied citizenship, and we are not fit to marry true Germans.
We should leave the country before it is too late.
In November 1938 came Kristallnacht. All over Germany, Jewish people and properties were attacked by both SA brown shirts and civilians.
Move it, you filthy rats!
91 Jews were killed, and over 30,000 were sent to concentration camps. Other ethnic groups, like Romani Gypsies and Slavs, were also victimised, as were people with mental and physical disabilities.
The law is clear, Herr Doctor. All patients with genetic disorders are to be sterilised.
And in 1939, a programme of euthanasia killings was initiated. Nazism influenced all aspects of society. Education laws ensured children were taught Nazi ideas, and membership in the Hitler Youth became compulsory. Meanwhile, the Strength Through Joy organisation, which provided leisure activities such as sports, holidays and concerts, also promoted Nazi ideals. The Nazis controlled all media. Films, newspapers, newsreels and radio all produced party propaganda.
Germany will not founder on the racial question. To the contrary, the future of our people depends on solving it.
Use of military force outside Germany helped to legitimise Nazi rule. In 1936, the German forces entered the Rhineland, despite this act being against international law. The Germans also intervened in the Spanish Civil War, helping the nationalists overthrow the Republican government. Hitler believed that Austria should be part of a greater Germany, and in March 1938, this union, Anschluss, was achieved. The German-speaking Sudetenland region of Czechoslovakia was also occupied just months later. The Nazis spent huge amounts of money building equipment for their military. They also embarked on a massive programme of public works, including hospitals, housing and motorways. The combination of military service and public works programmes helped to reduce official unemployment figures to zero. But it must be remembered, women or Jews were not counted. But there were resistance movements in Germany. In Munich, the White Rose movement published anti-Nazi leaflets. And in Hamburg, the swing kids danced to jazz, even though this was a type of music that the Nazis tried to ban. While the Nazi Party seemed all-powerful across all walks of life, many Germans eagerly awaited the fall of the regime. But for this, they would have to wait until 1945.